Today, my name is Lavelle Henderson. Today, I'm going to explain why money does buy happiness. Imagine waking up tomorrow with a bank account with nothing in it, having nothing to your name. But imagine you wake up with a bank account with millions of dollars in it. Waking up not worrying about next meal, paying your bills, the necessities of life, the expensive wants that you desire. Imagine not having to worry about that. Suddenly you're relaxed. Suddenly your mind is at ease and you're not stressing out. You feel me? Like, think about it. I'm in college right now doing this for you. I cannot get this secondary post education unless I pay a tuition. It doesn't matter where the money's coming from, whether it's out of my parents' pocket, out of my pockets, from scholarships. All that matters is that the school is getting paid. Because at the end of the day, that's all they care for. They will not provide you with anything if you cannot provide them with the funds. That is one thing that needs to be stressed. You aren't able to get basic necessities without the funds. And when you don't have the funds, you're left to rely on others, to beg, to be in a state of dependence. Depending on others, there's nothing wrong with that. But you lose your sense of freedom in the process. You are no longer able to provide for yourself. Somebody has to provide for you, and that's part of growing up. You no longer want to rely on your parents. You no longer want to be under the shackles of them providing for you. But to do that, you must provide for yourself. Most of this room has felt the stress of having enough money, but really not. I'm sorry. Most of us have been in a room where we haven't had any money. We're at the store and we're trying to buy this. We don't have the money, so we asking our siblings, asking our friends. They got me this one time, we'll get them back. But the stress of not having the money is something that everybody has felt at some point in their life. And because of that, you were not happy. You were not happy. But, for example, this meal right here. This is food, Zaxby's, loved by many. This cost money. This brought me happiness to fill my belly. I enjoyed the food. I went with friends. But listen, the fact that we all went to a location and spent money, all ate, the reason we all got together is because of money. Without that car that they bought, without the gas they put in that car, without the phone to get them to the place with GPS, all that cost money, which in turn provided me happiness. My PlayStation. Without my PlayStation, I would have a lot of lonely nights with nothing by myself, not enjoying, not having fun. Playing games brings me happiness, and you know what? I paid for this. And I paid for the games that come on that. I paid for the subscription to play with my friends. I pay, and in turn, I am happy. I am a marcher in the blue and gold marching machine at North Carolina A&T. To do that, I had to pay a $500 fee. Doing that, in turn, brought me happiness because I enjoy marching. Money buys happiness. There is no way of getting around that. Money provides you with the necessities you need in life, brings you the freedom to be at the shackles of somebody else's control. And at the end of the day, who does not want the financial burden lifted off of them? As a college student, I've worked jobs. As a high school student, I worked jobs. People are constantly working, paying. They get money and it goes. Stress. But listen, if you have abundance of money, you can pay for everything you need, then you're able to be happy because you don't have that stress. Money buys happiness. Money is not the root of evil. Though wanting money can drive people to do some pretty nasty things, that's not what it is. Today I want to persuade you that money can buy happiness. Not because it buys luxury, because it buys freedom, security, and meaningful experiences.